Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my play by even match against Xargun. This is scenario 1 with no modifications on the game version 26B, the classic one. Yeah, we are now at the 14th December, so exactly 1 week in the war. So far I would say it was successful. But also not too much action. Only the first day, of course. And I just swept some mines in my amassing. This was, I think, the most successful operation from Xargun so far. That he mined nursing and sunk one cargo ship and damaged one of my light cruisers there. And he's only a cargo ship, I think, with long range lens torpedoes. Very skillful, sinking one cargo ship. This is, I think, I don't know more. Could be supplies, could be other stuff, but it's going south and normally to Palau Islands. Intercepted by a allied cargo ship, nothing more happened here. More troops, more equipment, all for preparation to strike on Abul. And there was at least one hit on my cargo ship. Yeah, one hit, 6-inch. Can be deadly, but one hit is normally not enough. So sweeping more mines, and this was all. So there was maybe one submarine, or I don't know what Xargun used, not many mines. But unluckily, I run in 2 of these mines. The light cargo ship sinking, I would say, it doesn't matter. The light cruiser is now out of action for at least 1 month, I would say. Not that the light cruisers from Japan are really useful. They are normally designed for destroyer leaders. Problem is, Japan don't have enough destroyers to really form up destroyer fighting groups, I would say. Bad weather is cancelling my carrier strikes. So I go for ground attack. And still no allied interceptors in China. That make it more easy for me. So I have only operational losses and no air-to-air battle losses. And with scenario 1, of course, Japan has the big challenge to really upgrade the air force, because the army air force at least is a little behind. The 90% of the fighter force is still based on outdated airframes, and at least 50% of the bomber force is also second or third ranked airframes. Sooner or later you must upgrade them all to get a little more punch out of them. And yeah, the big difference between scenario 1 and scenario 2 is that in scenario 2 we have a lot of backup pool, I would say, and you have more industry capacity. That is a big help. And here in scenario 1 you really must choose what you want to produce and how fast you want to ramp up the production. If you try everything at the same time, you will have a breakdown of that. So be a little more careful. So, out of Rangoon, British Blenheim bombers trying to attack here attacking here my my Thai forces crossing the mountains. And I really have no fighter left to react for this too much. I start just the production of the Oscar 1C. And yeah, this is my AMC. Cannot escape. Now it's sunk correctly. So this means I lost more or less now 3 good cargo ships. And I think 2 or 3 light cargo ships. But no military equipment. If you count this AMCs not for military. And I move my carriers more or less south of Java to see if there's any shipping behind the island, and more or less shut down all shipping around Java. And third, I try still to lure the Dutch Air Force to strike my carriers. So, this Filipino division was cut off from the logistic or from the communication of Manila. Walk in here but cannot walk through Manila because I control the hex with my block forces. I attack here and I can achieve a good ratio, but I cannot destroy this division. But half of the division is now disabled, I would say. So maybe next time. Here I also catch the 50th Chinese corps. And the Chinese are out of supplies. Good. Now it's the third is destroyed and the rest is disabled. This is his HQ. I try to overrun with my armored cars. But nothing happened. I try to take this dot base, but he is a good Chinese corps in dig-in, and I cannot overcome with my little attack power. These are all only support mixed brigades. Mixed brigades are often second class, I would say. Most of the time they are weaker than regiments. So this is only, I think it was also a Filipino unit, but only a support unit. Yeah, it's only a platoon. Oh, battalion, not platoon. Yeah. So I think a third of a regiment. Yeah. I force it out of the hex. Now, after unloading all Navy Guard units I can find nearby, I strike. Achieve a victory, blow up the fort, destroy one unit, don't know which one, but one Australian unit is destroyed, but I cannot take the base, at least not today. And here I Yeah, the trains are retreating again. Okay. So now there's this, the base force is still here, and the Lark platoon, or I don't know, is there platoons? Battalion also. But I have more, 9 times attack value. So maybe likely that next turn I can take the base. Good. So again, no big battle, no clash. Xargun only scout the sea, and don't really react aggressive on my moves. So we have now only ops losses on my side at the end. Out of this 5 ops losses, I have 2 killed pilot, but okay, that is possible. I lost my AMC, was more or less lost already last turn. I catch a okay cargo ship. Yeah, not a good trade, of course, for Japan, but also no disaster or something you must really worry too much. So I think the first real defeat for me in China was here in this dot base. It is a triple terrain, so I cannot overcome this unit. I must more or less blockade them and walk around and cut off their supply line. I try to form up my Nanyang army. I arrived here with tanks and a brigade. This is maybe enough. I'm not too sure if it's really enough. But I have more tanks, artillery, and the next regiment coming from this side. And the whole division is on the east side. So I think I will take Nanyang, and then I will see if I drive from source or if I have other options. Everything else looks fine. The armored cars was not able to defeat this Chinese HQ, but okay. It looks like that Xargun tried to move with all his southern Chinese forces direction of Wenchao, because Wenchao is also triple defense. Most of this is double or triple. And they have an industry base, so I must enter the base as soon as possible to switch off the industry. Then he will run out of supplies sooner or later. Nothing else happened here. It was an airstrike on my force, so I switched back to combat mode, but no inflicted damage. At least no casualties, but maybe fatigue and disruption go up. Plus I walk only with combat mode. Manila, we had no battle. I'm already here in Johor, so I attack next turn, but likely the Australian units or whatever is here will leave the hex if I want to strike. But if I'm lucky, I can maybe kick them a little. There's 3 units. If I can catch one of this unit, I can maybe even destroy it. My carriers are here located, Silver Sea, but I don't see any shipping here now. I only know that here's a scout airplane where I think Balikpapan, Tarakan, Manado, Kendari, these are the typical bases where Dutch scout airplanes. But I find no cargo shipping. I see only here one ship, and I have here nearby a cruiser, so I will try to send this cruiser to intercept this ship. We will see. And I have here still AKs running around. And this was maybe the task force run. Yeah, this was the task force with the Air HQ going to Palau Islands, that I have here the possibility to use here also torpedoes, because up to now I can only use bombs, and that is not really so powerful against ships. More troops arriving here in the Philippines. I kicked this Filipino unit, it's half broken now, but I still must get rid of it. I took this space north of Manila, so I control the north and the south of Manila, more or less. And yeah, it looks like the Xargun don't fight for Manila. He know he cannot hold both sexes. So he choose to go with everything to Clarkfield. This is okay for me because if I take Manila, I have the industry base of the no, of Luzon under control, and this lets the American staff much faster. So Rabul don't want fall, but I will achieve a victory in the north. But I defeated one of these Australian forces, so it's a question of time. And here is this carrier fleet. Uh, uh, my submarines are on the way to maybe find them and get a hit, but it's yeah, maybe only 10% chance. My own carriers I sent directly without refueling in Truk because I was hoping that maybe by some strange accidents, maybe Xargun will try to go to Lari, check to Lari, and maybe intercept here something, and then I have maybe my own carriers. So if I'm lucky, we maybe can meet us around Tulagi if he is going for Tulagi. But so far, Xargun played very passive. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.